What's up everybody, Tony here with High Tech Check, and today we're going to be taking a look at Orico's USB 4.0 NVMe SSD enclosure. Now I will be putting links in the description in case you guys want to pick this up yourself, and if you guys like me and you want to support my channel, please use those links because it helps me keep purchasing products to do reviews for you guys. Now this model is the M2V01-C4. It is also compatible with Thunderbolt 3 and USB Type-Cs. It can do up to 40 gigabits per second, and it is totally made of all aluminum, which is really nice. Now we will be testing out this enclosure with my Western Digital black SN750 1TB NVMe drive. We're going to be testing it on my iMac. Now this NVMe is capable of doing 3,430 megabytes a second read and 3,000 write. So we'll see what kind of speeds we can get with this enclosure. So if we take a look at the back here, as you can see, it is M.2 key compatible. And you can also use it with Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. So before we test it out, let's go and see what you get inside the box. Okay, so here we have our NVMe enclosure. Here we have a USB-A to USB Type-C cable. Here we have a USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable. We have a little screwdriver. Here is our little NVMe screw. You get a little thermal pad, which is nice. And then here we have our manual. So from what I can tell, this enclosure can handle up to a 2 terabyte NVMe drive, in case you're wondering. Again, this is made of all aluminum. It is nice and cool to the touch. I love how it has this little hole here, so in case you wanted to maybe put a clip or something so you can put it on your book bag or whatever, you have that option. So to open this up, we're going to take out this little screw up here. We'll go ahead and use the screwdriver that came with this. And then once you take the screw out, if you want to get the top off, you just kind of flip it over and the top comes right off. This is very nice aluminum. It doesn't feel cheap at all. And then if we look in the inside here, as you can see, you do have to make sure that your NVMe drive is the 2280 length because it only has one hole for that type of NVMe. There's no adjustment. So here we have our NVMe drive. It's very easy to install. You just kind of push it in here, just like that. And then we'll push that down and we'll put that little screw from the bag right into place. And again, you do just use the same screwdriver that you use to take off the top. Okay, so once that's in place, we'll go ahead and take our thermal pad and we're going to take off the protective cover from each side, and then we'll just lay it across the top of the NVMe. And then once that's in place, we'll go ahead and peel off the plastic part of the top of the thermal pad. Okay, so once that's all in place, we'll go ahead and take our top. We'll go ahead and put that back on the top of the enclosure. And then we'll put our screw back into place. Okay, so let's go ahead and hook this up to our iMac and see what it can do. Okay, so I have the Orico hooked up to my MacBook Pro 2021 version with the USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable, and we're going to see how fast we can get these read-write speeds. As you can see here, I have my Orico NVMe folder open. There's nothing in it. I'm going to go ahead and select my target drive as the Orico. As you can see right here, there's still nothing in it. We'll go ahead and open up that. And then we'll go ahead and start the speed test and see what kind of speeds we can get. So as you can see, we're getting a little less than what the actual specifications of the NVMe drive are. For write, we're getting about 2230, and for read, we're getting almost 2800, which isn't bad at all. It's definitely good enough to do some 4K editing with Final Cut Pro or anything like that. Okay, so now we're using the USB Type-A to USB Type-C cable directly plugged into my iMac, and I want to see what kind of speeds we get from that now. As you can see here, here's the Orico NVMe. There's nothing on it. And I've also selected our target drive to be the Orico NVMe. So let's go ahead and get started with the speed test. So as you can see right off the bat, using the USB Type-A to USB Type-C cable drastically reduces the read and write speed. So if you want to get the fastest speeds possible, you want to use that USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable. Okay, so we just tested the enclosure with the USB Type-A to USB Type-C cable, which was plugged into a USB 3.0 port. What I want to test now is what happens if we use the USB Type-A to USB Type-C cable with a USB Type-A to USB Type-C adapter, which we're going to plug into my MacBook Pro's Thunderbolt 4 port. I want to see what kind of speeds we get with that. So right now, we have the Orico folder empty here. We're going to go ahead and select that as our target. As you can see, that is right here. There you go. We'll go ahead and open that up and we'll do our speed test. So as you can see, we are definitely getting much better speeds using the USB Type-A to USB Type-C adapter through the Thunderbolt 4 port. It's still not optimal, but it's definitely better than using the regular 3.0 connection. And we're getting close to 900 megabytes a second for read and write. So now we're going to do a real world speed test. I'm going to go ahead and transfer one of my videos that is about 20 gigabytes. I'm going to go ahead and transfer that onto the Orico, and as you can see, I have my activity monitor here, and we can see from the read and the write how fast things are being transferred. So let's go ahead and do that. So as you can see, the read-write is about 1,000 megabytes. And this file is being transferred directly off of my MacBook Pro's NVMe drive. So that was pretty quick. So as you can see, real world, it was about 1,000 megabytes transfer rate, which is really good. So let's go ahead and test out the USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable again. Okay, so here we are doing another real world transfer test. I have just transferred over to the USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable, so we're going to get the fastest speeds possible from this NVMe drive. So again, we're going to be transferring the file that is about 20 gigabytes. We'll go ahead and test that out now. So as you can see, it peaked at about 2,600 megabytes, which is about the speeds that we were getting from the Blackmagic drive. I'll go ahead and do that one more time just because it was so fast. We didn't really get a chance to look at the speeds here, so one more time here. So peaks at 2.69, and for the write at 2.71, so it's about the same for the read and write speed. So that's almost 3,000 megabytes, but it's a little bit lower, so that's not bad at all. So again, this is the USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable to the MacBook Pro's Thunderbolt 4 port. So I'm definitely loving this new Orico NVMe enclosure. As you can see, you get really close to the speeds that are advertised from the NVMe manufacturer. I've yet to come across an enclosure that gives you exactly what the NVMe drive can do, and this is really close. We also know this is also compatible with the new Thunderbolt 4 ports on the MacBook Pro 2021, so that's definitely a plus there as well. Build quality is excellent, and it gets just warm when we were transferring those files. At no point did it get super hot, so you know that the thermals on this are definitely working. So again, I will be putting a link in the description in case you guys want to pick this up yourself. And if you guys like me and you want to support my channel, please use those links because it helps me keep purchasing products to do reviews for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell to let you guys know when I put out new videos. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.